Have you ever felt like you're pushing a massive boulder uphill every single day, working harder than everyone around you, yet somehow getting nowhere fast? You're not lazy, you're not broken. You're just missing the one secret that separates people who struggle from people who succeed effortlessly: the personal flywheel effect. I spent years grinding, hustling, and burning myself out, trying to force my way to success. I'd start strong, push hard for weeks, then crash and burn right back to square one. It felt like I was trapped in quicksand. The harder I fought, the deeper I sank. But everything changed when I discovered this concept from business legend Jim Collins and applied it to my personal life. The flywheel effect is simple but profound. Massive wheels require enormous energy to get moving, but once they gain momentum, they become virtually unstoppable. The same principle applies to your life. You're stuck because you're trying to push through resistance instead of building a system that works for you. Here's why most people stay stuck forever. They focus on the outcome instead of the process. They want the six-figure income, the perfect relationship, the dream body. But they ignore the flywheel that creates those results. They're trying to skip to the end without building the momentum machine. Your personal flywheel has 4 essential components, and once you understand them, everything changes. The first component is your core strength. This isn't about motivation or willpower. It's about identifying the one activity that energizes you while creating value for others. When you're operating from your core strength, work doesn't feel like work. I discovered my core strength was connecting ideas and helping people see possibilities they couldn't see before. Once I stopped trying to be good at everything and focused obsessively on this one thing, my flywheel started to turn. What activity makes you lose track of time while creating value? That's your engine. The second component is strategic focus. Most people scatter their energy across 20 different goals and wonder why nothing works. Your flywheel only spins when you eliminate everything that doesn't feed it. This means saying no to good opportunities so you can say yes to great ones. I had to quit 3 different side projects that were pretty good to focus entirely on the one thing that aligned with my core strength. It felt scary, but within 6 months, that one focused effort produced more results than the previous 3 years combined. What would happen if you stopped doing everything and started doing the one thing that matters most? The third component is consistent action. Here's where most people fail. They take massive action for a week, then nothing for a month. Your flywheel needs steady, consistent pressure, not sporadic bursts. It's better to do one small thing every day than to do 10 big things once a week. I committed to writing for just 30 minutes every morning. No exceptions, no excuses. Some days I felt inspired and wrote for hours. Other days I barely managed a paragraph, but I never missed a day. After 3 months, writing became automatic. After 6 months, opportunities started finding me. The flywheel was spinning. The fourth component is feedback integration. Your flywheel gets faster when you pay attention to what's working and double down on it. Most people ignore their wins and obsess over their failures, but success leaves clues. If something's working, do more of it. If something's not working, stop doing it. I started tracking what types of content got the best response, which conversations led to opportunities, which daily habits gave me the most energy. Then I ruthlessly optimized toward what worked and eliminated what didn't. My flywheel went from barely turning to spinning so fast that opportunities started creating themselves. Here's what happens when your personal flywheel reaches critical mass. Effort becomes effortless. People start coming to you instead of you chasing them. Money flows easier. Relationships improve. Your energy increases instead of depletes. You stop feeling like you're fighting life and start feeling like life is working with you. But here's the part that surprised me most. Once your flywheel is spinning, it becomes incredibly difficult to stop. The same momentum that was hard to create becomes the force that carries you forward. Bad days don't derail you anymore because the system is stronger than your temporary emotions. The secret isn't working harder, it's building a flywheel that works for you. Most people try to muscle their way to success, but successful people build systems that create inevitable results. They understand that momentum is more powerful than motivation, and systems are more reliable than willpower. So here's your challenge. Identify your core strength, choose one focus area, commit to consistent daily action, and track what's working. Start small. Your flywheel doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to start turning. Once it gains momentum, it will carry you further than you ever imagined possible. Remember, you're not stuck because you're not good enough. You're stuck because you're pushing a boulder instead of spinning a flywheel. Build your momentum machine and watch how quickly everything changes. What's the one thing you could focus on consistently that would create the biggest impact in your life? Share it in the comments below and commit to working on it for the next 30 days. Your flywheel is waiting to spin. You just need to give it that first push.